We will be reasoning on real life issues with real people. So join me and be blessed.
Tune in to German Morgan, aka Brother DJ Frisco, on your radio, Friday nights at 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. inside the Midnight Serenade Radio Show, and Saturdays and Sunday mornings inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. You will be motivated, blessed, and receive a word in time with DJ Frisco in the mix. Tune in, listen, and stay connected.
Do you want the keys to discovering your God-given purpose? Would you like a strategy to fulfill your unique destiny on earth? How about a map to help you navigate the twists and turns on your journey of life? Do you, don't you, will you, won't you? If I coax you, would you want to? Don't you want to? Aren't you going to? Oh, come on, you said you would. Hey, this is Everton Thomas, your friend, your bishop, from the Emmanuel Apostolic Church International with headquarters at 12 Slide Road in Kingston, Jamaica. And I'm inviting you to join me this and every Friday at 11 a.m. right here on this station.
Have you ever thought about how much of your time you give to God? A prophetic journey of signs, wonders, and miracles. And deliverance. Mind is revealed through his servant.
That there is no way.
By Hawkeye Electronic Security, securing what matters most. Together to serve you better. Western Sports, the sports people. Bert's Auto, it hurts if you don't check Bert's. Petrojam, securing Jamaica's energy needs. And Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard.
It's now time for the Paris Games Mystery Voice number 3.
We came about it based upon I was having so many challenges, training and going to compete.
To win a prize.
To submit your answer, WhatsApp question number and your answer. That's WhatsApp 876-828-0925, hashtag the question number and your answer.
The Paris Game Mystery Voice was sponsored by Hawkeye Electronic Security, securing what matters most. Edgechem, changing lives one gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you better. Western Sports, the sports people. Bert's Auto, it hurts if you don't check Bert's. Petrojam, securing Jamaica's energy needs. And Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard.
This is KLAS FM, the station where you get God and sports. We broadcast on the 89 frequencies on your FM band and online at omegaklas.com. Please continue to be blessed and enlightened. Gospel and sports sensible.
The Paris Games Experience is sponsored by Hawkeye Electronic Security, securing what matters most. Edgechem, changing lives one gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you better. Western Sports, the sports people. Bert's Auto, it hurts if you don't check Bert's. Petrojam, securing Jamaica's energy needs. And Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard.
Very good morning, wherever you're listening, good morning, and welcome to the Omega KLAS Radio, and this is the Paris Games Experience here. We go keeping you abreast of what's happening, and certainly will make sure that you stay abreast of the action. As a matter of fact, stay ahead of the action in what we are presenting here. I'm Ed Barnes along with Davian Nugent, O'Shea Hudson, and we can tell you that we've had great support from the likes of Lilith Hodges, Inez Turner, Tricia K. Smith, Elva Goldburn, Aileen Bailey, Gregory Horton, Ray Harvey, Michael Vessel, Winthrop Graham, among others, helping us out on this program during our coverage so far, making sure that we bring the experts in to talk about the various disciplines that the Jamaicans are involved in at these Paris Olympic Games. Today's action, well, the early action in Paris, Jamaica's Romain Beckford, a lifetime best of 2.27 meters, they say. Well, he's in the men's high jump final. And national record holder Akira Nugent, 12.65, to win her heat in the women's 100-meter hurdles. She's into the semifinal. She beat into second place Divine Charlton of the Bahamas, 12.71. Both ladies moving into the semifinal. The world champion Danielle Williams took her heat in 12.59, moving into the semifinals. The third Jamaican, Janique Brown, well, advancing to the semifinal after a third place finish in 12.84. She was behind the world record holder, Toby Amuson of Nigeria, 12.49, and the American Alice Johnson, 12.61. Of note, the Nigerian is coached by Jamaican-born Lacina Golden Clark. Yep, coached her in college, still coaching her, and she's down there in Paris, over there in Paris, Lacina Golden Clark. And I had a chat with Davian. He says, well, this time around he's left behind because he's doing a regular job these days. He's not into coaching. So his wife is the big-time coach in the house, and she is in Paris with the hurdler from Nigeria. Well, in other things, we have Akila Smith in the long jump final. By the way, in the hurdles, defending champion Jasmine Camacho Quinn of Puerto Rico was the fastest qualifier, her time 12.42 seconds. And we mentioned the three Jamaicans going through, being Akira Nugent, Daniel Williams, and Janique Brown. Now, three Jamaican men, led by Hansel Parchment, Orlando Bennett, and Rashid Broadbell, will contest the 110-meter hurdles semifinal. Broadbell is promising that he will improve his showing in the semifinal. We expect that. And also on tap today, the men's 400 hurdles semifinal, along with the men's discus final. Discus having three Jamaicans in there, so too the men's 110-meter hurdles. And the 400 semifinal of all three Jamaicans in each of those events. Meanwhile, diver Yona Knight Wisdom did not make it out of the third 3-meter springboard semifinal. So he's out of competition as far as these Olympic Games are concerned. Lots of talk about injuries and happening to the Jamaican Caribbean people. And this afternoon, in our wrap-up session, which starts at 3 o'clock, we'll be able to speak with sports medicine specialist Dr. Winston Dawes about what's happening, what's not happening, and how to prevent some of those things happening. Davian Nugent is alongside us here in the morning as we get ready to join Michelle Freeman shortly.
Yeah, big day for Jamaica. I think we only have one finals on the day, but lots with the men's discus through a final with 3 Jamaicans in there, but lots and lots and lots of Jamaicans in action today. It's, if you're thinking about champs, it's what you call moving day. You're looking to move from the semifinals into the finals or from the heats into the semifinals. It's an opportunity today is for us to place people in positions to pick up medals. And as I said, with the men's discus throw finals with 3 representatives in there to maybe look to sneak a medal that was not predicted before we started these games.
Okay, yesterday we had some discussion after the long jump, Wayne Pinnock getting that silver medal. It's only a pity that we couldn't have gotten silver and bronze or gold and silver. Who knows? But Kerry McLeod didn't get up to scratch.
No, the long jump, as we've said, the long jump, the triple jump, these are tough events. You're not landing, unlike with the pole vault or even the high jump, you're not landing on a nice firm mattress.
Yeah.
You're landing literally on the ground. You know, there's some sand there to soften the blow, but it doesn't soften it very much. So these athletes, right throughout the season, they tend to suffer from little niggles here and there. It's unfortunate for Kerry McLeod that his happened right at the most crucial time. You mentioned Wayne Pinnock. He got the silver medal. He got a slight niggle during the NCAA finals, and he wasn't able to perform at his best. Luckily enough, was able to recover from that, get to the national trials, make the team, and now come to the Olympic Games and win a silver medal. It's a tough event.
In this day and age, when we are inventing and creating all kinds of things, I'd have thought that by now they would have devised some sort of a soft cushion underneath, like having sponge under with the sand on top.
Yeah.
That would make all the difference in the world because the sand would give you the measurement, and then the cushion
would soften the blow.
Yes, but maybe someone was listening. They're going to pick it up now. Let me quickly say something that is besides the point here, not to do with track and field, driving on Jamaican roads. We hear all kind of complaints about who is not doing this, who is doing that, and all this kind of thing. But we as a people need to look at ourselves. People run the red light in Jamaica as a given. People run the red light as a given. People drive up to the lights. It changes, and then suddenly they're going right when they're supposed to be going straight. And places like a Shortwood Road, Constant Spring, people do it with it's a regular occurrence. You just drive on the outside, wait for the light to change, you cut across everybody and go. We have no behavior, no discipline on our roads, and then we ask ourselves why. The person sitting in the taxi cabs who flew by me this morning going down the road, breaking the long line of traffic, they are fine with it and they're happy until there's an accident, then they blame the guy. But before that, they said nothing to him. And the final one is most bike riders have a license to ride by themselves. They don't have a license to have pillion ride. Most of them, because the learner's license they have. But you see them out there. And we have talked about, we're going to impose this rule. Look, we don't enforce anything. And we as a people are so indisciplined because don't tell me about the guy in the ghetto or whatever it is. Because those people running the lights at Oliver Road and Shortwood Road, they're not from no ghetto place. You understand? And those high-end vehicles they're driving, that they run these lights with. Look, it's I shake my head. I shake it so often, it might just drop off. Because everybody does it. It's a free-for-all. We are no respecter of the rules on the road. None whatsoever. We don't respect it. It's shabby. And we need to stop pointing fingers at those who should do and shouldn't do and who are not doing. And look at ourselves. Look at yourself as to what you're doing. It was the American President John Kennedy who said, what you've done for your,
don't ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Hey, we ain't doing nothing. Not doing anything.
If I get into that topic,
no, don't do it.
Monday, I was in a cab and we were in no less than 3 different situations.
That could have caused serious problems.
Yeah, man. People walking out into the road from behind a bus.
Hold on. That's another one. We have this habit of Jamaicans going out in the road and putting up their hands.
Yes.
First of all, it interferes with the flow of traffic.
Yes.
I remember being in Japan. Nobody crossed the road in the middle. They go to the designated spots to cross. As a primary school student, police used to come to you with Newtown Primary and they will tell you how to cross the road and where to cross the road. We don't do that. We walk anywhere between traffic.
Yeah, right in the road.
I saw recently an accident where somebody just walked from behind a truck and was killed. And we keep on doing it. We walk in the street. Look, there is crossings on Constant Spring Road that they have designed that have traffic lights controlled by signals. People don't cross there. Yeah, you see them going over the barriers in the middle of the road. And then you blame other people? Again, look at yourself. Mr. Holt, you got Mr. Freeman up for us? Thank you very much, Mr. Holt, our technical man. Michelle Freeman, you heard me ranting and raving, and you're saying, yep, that's Mr. Barnes from you know when. Michelle, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Good to have you, Michelle, the lady out of St. Jago and the University of Michelle?
Southern UCLA.
UCLA. Yes, this is not common. That's why I forget it. It's not like University of Texas, LSU. UCLA. Big university. Is that the same university that Lennox Miller and Don Corey went to, Michelle?
No, that's USC.
USC. Okay, so you're alone over UCLA. I think I know who else went there. Trevor T.C. Campbell might have gone to your unit. Anyway, let's deal with Michelle Freeman on the hurdles right now, okay? Thanks for joining us. This is the 1994 Commonwealth Games champion, Michelle Freeman, up there in Victoria, where she won the hurdles, and our good friend Ines Turner won the 800. Jamaica did very well at those Commonwealth Games. She represented Jamaica, of course, at the Olympics in Barcelona, part of that sprint relay team, and also the '96 Atlanta Olympics. We want to first of all say thank you for your service to the country in the sport of track and field, Michelle Freeman.
Thank you.
Okay, now, Michelle, our three ladies advanced in the hurdles. You would have seen them. Your thoughts, and they looked good to you. And what about the other athletes in the event, the 100-meter hurdles for women?
Well, I mean, I think the young ladies did a good job this morning in advancing to the semifinal rounds. I mean, it takes as hurdlers, it takes it's only take one race to warm them up for the next.
Yes.
So you going in trying to break world record in the first heat, doesn't say much.
Okay.
I know from Akira's standpoint, Nugent's standpoint, I know as she gets going, things gets better for her, as well as
Danielle?
what's her name? Danielle.
Mhm.
Danielle's a veteran, so Danielle knows how to do the thing. She's been doing it for a while, so she know how to respond to competition when she gets there. And the young lady,
Yannick.
I
Yannick
forgot her
Brown.
name, Yannick.
Mhm.
Um, you know, Yannick is, she's young. I know at one point she was up there and, she had some distractions along the way. And, she's back on the hunt again. So I'm pretty proud of, what they're doing and how they executed the first round so far.
The defending champion out of Puerto Rico, Jasmine Camacho Quinn. She's a tough one. She reminds me of somebody named Michelle Freeman. Power, real lots of power.
Hurdlers are different. When you look at track and field and how you view it, how we used to view it in the past, you can't view it the same way because, things at times have changed with, what's going on in track and field. Jasmine looks good. The world record holder looks good. The Americans looks good. So, in the hurdles, you can't really rule out anyone. You just go out there and do your thing. Take it around at a time and concentrate on you versus concentrate on the whole field.
In case you're just joining us here on Omega KLAS, the Paris Games Experience, we're talking with the Olympian Michelle Freeman, who dominated at the college level, and of course the Commonwealth Games champion in 1994, and the Austin Seeley Award winner at the Carifta Games before all of that. And Michelle continues to serve and support us. By the way, Michelle, we spoke about those ladies. Interesting that in the case of the Nigerian, the world record holder, she's coached by a Jamaican.
Absolutely. My sister, Lucina Golden Clark.
I like how you put it. I'm happy that the way you guys have kept together and, been like a family. That's really, really very, very commendable. I want to thank you guys for being like that and really congratulating you. Yes.
We have to be there to support each other. And that's how I know it, and that's how we know it, and that's how we do great things. We can't do it by ourselves. And no matter how great you think you are, there's no man that walks alone. We have to have somebody that that help us to guide us along the way.
All right. And talking about Akira Nugent, she is the record holder for Jamaica. It is likely that they're going to look at her to run a leg in the relay, something that Michelle Freeman did quite a bit. How did you juggle it, and how are you expecting her to deal with that if called upon to do so?
Well, I mean, she's a sprinter hurdler, and that's what makes Akira great. The sprint takes you there. If she's called upon, to do her duties, is there for her to do. I mean, I don't anything that would harm her along the way doing what she have to do, help her. But my sprinting was an hindrance to me because I didn't find a way how to control my speed into the hurdles. But now,
Yes.
I crash all the time. But now it's different.
Yeah, you understand it.
It's a different ball of wax. So I mean, if she's called upon to do it, she should be ready to serve.
Michelle Freeman, Davian.
Yeah, so I do have a question for you here, Michelle. You've experienced this before, and the hurdles, an obstacle event, technical acumen is key. Getting it right technically is key. How do these hurdlers from round to round, if they notice something is off technically, do they have enough time to maybe change it from one round to the next so they can get better?
Of course, as you run, I mean, as you run the rounds, and that's why you have a coach. As you run the rounds, you have your highs, your coaching high, and your field. And within your coaching high and your field, that's a great connection to skills that you have to do, to get to straighten out what you have to do to make it better in the next round.
Interesting. Michelle, you mentioned about crashing. Yes, I've witnessed you crash a couple of times. You remember that race up in Toronto, indoors? Or you don't want to remember it?
There's a lot I don't want to remember.
Okay,
And
I agree with you. I was upset to see what happened to that because I think you had it going for you that year. I think there were lots of things that were going good that was going to happen, and you know
there's there's a lot of things I had good going for me, and stuff happened.
yes.
1992 was the same thing. I had good things going for me, and stuff happened. Same thing in Toronto.
But like you said, athletes have to be prepared. Things will happen, especially in your event where there are obstacles
Yeah,
to navigate. You have to be prepared for anything, right? But let me ask you this, Michelle
absolutely,
Freeman.
absolutely.
What you know now, of all the knowledge you've gained over the years, can you just imagine if Michelle had all of that while she was competing?
Yeah, I say that all the time. But the one thing I have to understand is, um, God gave me what He gave me at the time that when He gave it to me. I learned what I learned when I was an athlete, and now it's time for me to serve as a coach. And what I did get there is for me to help others to be, or not to be who I was, but to be way better than I was. So, you know, what I learned as an athlete helped me to become the coach I am today.
Michelle Freeman, well put, well put. We like that. You articulated that so well. I hope that the folks are hearing because we need to have more of our Olympians involved in things that we're doing here. Um, so, did we get that call drop? No, Michelle is there. Michelle?
I'm still
Oh,
here.
still
I'm still
here.
here.
Yeah, I'm really pleased at the way you just spoke of those things and willingness to go on and help in respect of others who are looking to climb that ladder and do great things. But the hurdles event in the 100-meter sprint hurdles for women, things have changed much to you in the years since you competed, Michelle Freeman.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Things that these young ladies and young men are doing now, is way different than what we were doing in the past. I'm not sure. The food is different, what is different, but times have changed, and we have to move along with that, and also help them to to grow into who they ought to become as great athletes.
Okay, Michelle, I want to thank you for joining us. Now we will talk to you again when these girls compete next to look at what they're doing and how they're doing it. And of course, the men, we talked about that. Michelle Freeman, Olympian and Commonwealth Games champion, 94. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you
Good.
for having me.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Okay, so Omega Crafts Radio, that's Omega PLAS, and this is the Paris Games Experience. We're coming back with more.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
This is KLAS FM, the station where you get God and sports. We broadcast on the 89 frequencies on your FM band and online at omegaklas.com. Please continue to be blessed and enlightened. Gospel and sports sensible.
Make XL Auto Parts your first stop for all your automotive parts and accessories for Toyota, Nissan, Honda, and other vehicles. Tires also available. Located at 95.5 Hagley Park Road, Kingston. Call 426-1769. The time by XL Auto Parts, your auto parts hub, is
12 o'clock. The Paris Games Mystery Voice is sponsored by Hawkeye Electronic Security, securing what matters most. Edgechem, changing lives one gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you better. Western Sports, the sports people. Bert's Auto, it hurts if you don't check Bert's. Petrojam, securing Jamaica's energy needs. And Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard.
It's now time for the Paris Games Mystery Voice number 3.
We came about it based upon I was having so many challenges, training and going out there to compete. So we set out a plan here to get my health at least to 80%, and we know that at least my 80% will be good enough.
Do you think you know who that is? Then WhatsApp us the correct answer to win a prize.
To submit your answer, WhatsApp 876-828-0925, hashtag question number and your answer. That's WhatsApp 876-828-0925, hashtag the question number and your answer.
The Paris Game Mystery Voice was sponsored by Hawkeye Electronic Security, securing what matters most. Edgechem, changing lives one gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you better. Western Sports, the sports people. Bert's Auto, it hurts if you don't check Bert's. Petrojam, securing Jamaica's energy needs. And Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Olympic Goldry is sponsored by Hawkeye Electronic Security, securing what matters most. Edgechem, changing lives one gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you better. Western Sports, the sports people. Bert's Auto, it hurts if you don't check Bert's. Petrojam, securing Jamaica's energy needs. And Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard.
Welcome, listeners, to Olympic Goldry, where we celebrate the incredible achievements of Jamaica's finest athletes on the grandest stage of them all, the Olympic Games. Today, we will be highlighting Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, affectionately known as the Pocket Rocket. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce has won 2 Olympic gold medals in the 100 meters, 2008, 2012. Her speed and consistency have made her a beloved figure in the Jamaican athletics scene. Thank you for tuning in to Olympic Goldry. Keep celebrating our champions who keep striving for greatness in whatever they do. Until next time, keep Jamaica's spirit alive.